Module 4. Dealing with peer pressure.
Greetings and welcome to Module 4. In the last module, we talked about the social skills involved in forming and maintaining good quality friendships and relationships. In this module, we take a deep dive into an issue that comes up in many social circles: peer pressure. I am sure you've heard many adults talk about peer pressure, but many times, when the adults simply tell youth to avoid peer pressure, they do not understand what youth are experiencing or the skills they need to navigate such pressure. When you feel that you have to act a certain way, or say or think certain things in order to fit in with your friends, you may be experiencing peer pressure. This feeling of pressure from peers or acquaintances can leave you in a double bind where you have to do what your peers want you to do in order to be accepted by them. If you do not act as expected, you risk being rejected or ridiculed.
Sometimes this pressure may be direct, like someone telling you what you should be doing, or indirect, like your friend group engaging in an activity together that you would be unlikely to do outside of your group. The pressure can also be self-inflicted, where you convince yourself to try to reach certain standards that your friends have set, or comments they have made in order to prove a point or fit in. In situations like this, your sense of choice may feel narrower than usual. Here's an example for you. Turn to page 15 of your workbook and read about the different kinds of peer pressure that many teenagers like you tend to face. As you read, mark which kinds of pressure you have experienced or even seen other people you know experience. Take note of which strategies might be useful for you if you experience similar pressure in the future.
Wonderful. Before we conclude this module, I would like to emphasize a point I made earlier. When experiencing peer pressure, your sense of choice may feel narrower than usual. It's either this or that. You do it and fit in, or refuse and face rejection. This kind of thinking leaves us in a powerless place usually. But here's a tool that can help you find more space for choice and allow you to think on your feet when you experience peer pressure. Whenever you face peer pressure, or any problem for that matter, always ask yourself, what are 6 ways I could peel a banana? I know, it's funny, but stay with me. There's a point here. We tend to peel bananas in one way. I tend to peel mine from the top to the bottom. But did it ever occur to you that you could peel a banana in many, many different ways? Let's see, how many ways to peel a banana can you come up with in 30 seconds? Ready? Go.
So, how many did you come up with? I came up with 6. I could peel from top to bottom, bottom to top, slice it halfway down the middle, slice it lengthwise, chop it into many little pieces, put it on the ground and mash it. 6 ways. Okay. Not all of those approaches result into a banana I can eat. But you see what just happened? I moved from a narrow field of choice with only one way of peeling a banana to a broader one where I have options to choose from, 6 different strategies. Just like in Module 2, when we introduced the idea of doing a normal activity like brushing your teeth using a non-dominant hand, asking yourself, how many ways can I peel this banana? Tricks your brain to shift its focus away from the constraints of peer pressure to the broader field where you can exercise choice among options.
So, for example, if you think of peer pressure as the banana, you can imagine different ways of peeling this banana. Like, you could pursue your own interests. Hang out with people who like doing the same stuff you do. Say no. Calmly explain why some things are not for you. Don't judge. Respecting someone else's choice may help them respect yours. Acknowledge that friends don't have to agree on everything. You could tell your friends that everyone has their own opinion, and that means you can chill out and feel less defensive. Now, you have a trick to use when you next meet your peer pressure challenge. Why don't you share this with your friends and spread the knowledge? Feel free to write your reflections about peer pressure on page 17 of your workbook.
Next, we'll be looking at problem solving and conflict resolution.